Hello everyone, welcome back to Grip News 2M, your home for in-depth sports news and analysis. If you're just tuning in, Carson Branstine is a 24-year-old Canadian who's about to make her very first appearance in a Grand Slam main draw. And she's not just any newcomer, she's also a professional model who's used her modeling career to fund her tennis dreams. That's right, Branstine doesn't have a full-time coach, a team of sponsors, or an entourage. Instead, she's paid for her trips, training, and equipment all on her own, thanks to her work in front of the camera. Let's break down her story, starting with her background. Branstine played college tennis at Texas A&M, where she was part of a national championship team in 2024. That's an impressive achievement on its own, but her journey since then has been even more remarkable. She's battled through multiple injuries, surgeries on both hips and her knees, and still managed to keep her tennis and modeling careers going strong. What's really inspiring about Branstine is her mindset. She's talked about not wanting to ask her parents for anything, preferring to make her own way in the world. "I wanted everything to come from me and from my tennis," she's said in interviews. And while her modeling gigs have helped pay the bills, she's clear that she was signed by agencies for her look, not her tennis skills. Still, she's found a way to make both passions work together. Now, let's talk about how she got here. Branstine made it through the Wimbledon qualifying rounds with 3 straight wins, including a notable victory over Lois Boisson, a French Open semi-finalist. That's a huge accomplishment for any player, let alone someone ranked outside the top 100. Her current WTA ranking is around 190, which makes her the lowest-seeded player in the main draw this year. And who does she face in her first Grand Slam match? None other than Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1 and one of the most dominant players on the tour right now. That's a tough draw for anyone, let alone a debutante. Branstine herself joked about it on social media, saying, "Maybe one day I'll get a good draw, lol." But you can tell she's taking it in stride and enjoying the moment. What's interesting is how Branstine sees the similarities between modeling and tennis. She said that in both worlds, you're often seen as an object, and people sometimes forget you're a person too. That's a pretty insightful observation from someone who's experienced both sides of the coin. Let's take a closer look at her season so far. Branstine missed the Australian Open earlier this year, and she lost in the French Open qualifiers to Rebecca Mazarova. She also came up short in the Birmingham Classic qualifiers against Vitalia Diachenko. But she did reach the round of 16 at the Libema Open, showing that she's capable of competing at a high level when she's healthy. Her social media presence has also grown, with more than 20,000 followers on Instagram. She regularly shares updates from her tennis and modeling careers, and after earning her spot in the Wimbledon main draw, she posted a photo with the caption, "Nice to meet you at Wimbledon." It's clear that she's enjoying the journey and connecting with fans along the way. So, what can we expect from Carson Branstine at Wimbledon? Realistically, facing Sabalenka in the first round is a monumental challenge. Sabalenka is a powerhouse, known for her aggressive style and big serve. But Branstine has already shown that she's not afraid of tough opponents, having beaten a French Open semi-finalist in the qualifiers. Even if she doesn't pull off the upset, Branstine's story is already a win. She's proof that with determination, creativity, and a willingness to work hard, you can make your dreams happen even if you have to fund them yourself. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll see her in a made-for-TV movie about her incredible journey. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why stories like Carson Branstine's matter. In a world where so much of professional sports is dominated by big sponsors and even bigger paychecks, it's refreshing to see someone who's doing it their own way. Branstine's journey is a reminder that success isn't always about having the most resources, it's about having the most heart. So, whether you're a tennis fan, a supporter of underdogs, or just someone who loves a good comeback story, keep an eye on Carson Branstine at this year's Wimbledon. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Grip News 2M for more sports news analysis, highlights, and inspiring stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.